Hello everyone, and welcome back to our video series of using some great Google tools like Hangouts and Meet and Chat with either your business clients, with your colleagues, with your fellow students. It's for both the enterprise business environment and also in a school environment. So in our last video, we looked at some of the different aspects of using Google Hangouts. And one of the things that we mentioned was you can only use Hangouts. I should rephrase that. You can use Hangouts in both a sort of enterprise or non-education account, like your personal Gmail account. You can use Hangouts. And you can also use Hangouts in your enterprise or in your school G Suite account. But when you use Hangouts in your G Suite account, it's going to actually send you right to Google Meet. So I want to focus on Google Meet today as kind of like the more advanced enterprise school education version of Hangouts, which just has some more functionality. And I think the best feature about Meets over Hangouts is the ease to schedule and to share meetings. With Hangouts, you had to have either an email address or a phone number, or you could also create a link. But here it's just a lot easier in Meet. So I want to show you two different things here. So I'm still at the Hangouts page, but let me actually go to Google Drive. If I go to Google Drive, this is actually my personal Google Drive account. If I hit the waffle icon, you're going to see all my apps here, and you're going to notice I have an app for Hangouts, but I don't have any other apps for Google Meet or Google Chat. Okay. Now, if I go to this Google Drive account, this is actually my school education enterprise account, my G Suite account, and if I go to Google Apps, you're going to see I have Meet, Chat, and I have Hangouts. Okay, so again, Meet and Chat only really work if you're in an enterprise account, a G Suite account, either an education account or a business account, not in your personal Gmail account. Okay, so I'm going to go to Google Meet. All right, and we already saw this in our last video where we went from Hangouts from this account, and it took me automatically to the Meet page. So from the Hangouts page, I think you can see there's some similarities. Okay, and what's nice is that you'll see all your meetings here scheduled, and you can use a meeting code to start a meeting. So you can actually have a meeting code. You can join that, which is really nice. Okay, and I could cancel that out. Okay, I can start a new meeting just like that with the plus sign, and I have my cameras on and my microphone's connected. And we went over some of these aspects already in terms of muting the microphone, muting the webcam, and I can also certainly go through my settings in terms of my speakers, my network, and what camera I want to use. I could test this all out, and I'm done. And I can start a meeting. And what's really nice, let me make this bigger, is that you can share this link to start the meeting. Okay. I can dial in to the meeting. Okay. And I can use the PIN code for the meeting, which is really nice. So once I start the meeting, you get this nice share screen here too, where you can copy this link. You can email this link to anybody. You can copy the join information right to your clipboard and send that out as an email. People can dial in, or they have the meeting code. And there's really some nice, or you could add someone even by the phone. Really, really great. So here I am in this meeting, and it has my video camera activated. Okay, and here's all the meeting details. It's just a little bit of a cleaner interface from Hangouts. Okay, which is really kind of nice. There's my muting of my microphone and my camera and so forth. I can present now, which means I can share my entire screen, or I can share a window. So in terms of the Hangouts feature, a little easier to find, and also there's some versatility. So I can share my entire screen, and I could cancel that, or I can just share a window, and it gives me different windows that I have open. I can share that. Really kind of nice. All right. And I can go full screen. I can go my settings, obviously. And here is another chat feature. It shows the people who are actually in the meeting, and I can click on over here where I can start chatting, and I can send people messages to everyone, okay, which is really nice. So you have a nice little built-in chat feature right within the interface. So a lot of this looks very similar to what we already did now in Google Hangouts. Now, one of the issues we find with either Hangouts or Meet is how can we actually schedule a meeting in advance? What I've shown you in both videos so far for Hangouts and for Meet, I was showing you how to create a conversation sort of at that moment. Now, both of these tools integrate really well with Google Calendar. So if I go to my Drive, go to my waffle icon, you're going to see that there's a calendar, either if you're in your personal Gmail account, or if I go to my G Suite account, there's going to be a calendar. Now let me show you the calendar for my personal account first. Now you have certainly dates here you can select on. I can hit the plus button here and I can create an event. And I can give that event a title. I can check all the time areas. But what I can do is I can, if you can see this here, is I can also add conferencing. And in my personal account, the only option I have is Hangouts. I click on Hangouts, all right? And that's really it. Okay, it's going to create this Hangout. And I'm going to add a location, whatever the case may be. And I'll say it's going to be perhaps tomorrow. And we'll call it Hangouts Test. Okay, there it is. So I've created it. Event details, right? Busy description. All right, whatever the case may be, you can kind of change the visibility if people can see this in your G Suite, if they can see you're available or not. And notification, and we're good. Save it. Okay, so now I have an event. Let me get this a little bit smaller here. Okay, and I have Hangouts test. I click on that, and I can click join the Hangout, and it's sort of created a link. Everybody who has that event I can share it with ahead of time will have that same link. So I got to share that event with other people. So let me go back to that event and show you how that actually works. Let me go and edit that. Okay, so here is my calendar. You can select which calendar you actually want. Okay, all right. You can add guests. Okay, so I can modify guests. I can invite others. I can see the guest list. All right, so I can start adding guests from all of my contacts here. All right, and that's how that would actually work. Okay, so that's how you really do it through a calendar sort of invite of Hangouts. Okay, now if I go to my G Suite account, my enterprise account, very similar. I can click on plus. I can call it a meet test. All right, I can change the date. I can change the date till tomorrow. Okay, I can add conferencing, and now see how Google Meet comes up. Now, this is a nicer feature than what we see in Hangouts for the non, G Suite user. So if I click on View Details, look what it gives me again. It gives me the link. It gives me the place, the column, the PIN number. That's really super useful in terms of sharing this, and I think a much easier fashion even than the Hangouts. Very nicely done. Okay, so that's really, really great. Okay, I can use that so much more versatile than the Hangouts. All right, I can add guests the same way. But even with these details, I really don't even need to do that. I can share this link out through an email. I can send out the information in multiple ways. Very, very nice. And I press save. Okay, so now I get my meeting test. I click on that, and look at that. All the details are in one spot. I got the time of the details. I got the Hangout. I got the call number. Very, very easy to share this out. Okay, isn't that nice? I can also just do it right from on the fly. I can click, right here. I'll click a calendar, double click on it. I can add video conferencing right there as well. So I can create an event either by clicking the plus icon down here or by double clicking anywhere on the calendar to create an event. Super nice, very easy, very user friendly. So right now, I'm actually showing my phone again. I'm going to click right here on the Meet Hangout, the Meet app button. And right away, it shows you sort of the settings of my G Suite account. I can use a meeting code. I can enter the meeting code right here. And here it is. It's showing me, hello. I can mute my microphone, mute my camera. I could put the meeting code in. I could join. Super easy to join that way through a meeting code. All right. Here's just the main feature. Okay, I could rejoin a meeting. I could hit the plus button, and now I can actually start a meeting right here from my phone. I can share that out through any way on my phone. I go through all my apps. I can share it just like you would share anything else. And now I'm in a meeting. It has the chat feature right here. I can send messages. It has information about the meeting, and I can also then click that as well to share it. So really kind of nice, easy feature on your phone to start a meeting. Okay, now we're going to do some experimenting. I'm in the Google Meet app, and if I go to my personal account, it says that it still works, which I'm a little bit surprised. So perhaps here with the app, perhaps a little bit overlap. So folks who are non-G Suite users could perhaps use Meet on their non-G Suite account, which would be nice to kind of open up to more people. So just see how that works in terms of testing it out if you're using people with non-G Suite sort of accounts. All right, but that's pretty simple for the Meet app. Okay, very nice. All right, well, that kind of concludes our discussion of Google Meet and sort of how to share a Hangout and a Meet via calendar. All right, have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.